School shootings, poison envelopes, and a bomb attack at the finish line of a marathon. The fear level in this country has been ratcheted up in recent months. But a new poll sheds light on what we Americans are most afraid of as we go about our daily lives. A growing list of city names have become shorthand for terror. Aurora, Newtown, now even Boston. And though the chances of you or me being the victim in such an attack is tiny, the fear looms large.
What they're really scared about are these random acts of violence.
Tampa psychologist Jeremy Gase says along with the fear of pain and loss, the human psyche is particularly averse to uncertainty.
Whether they are terror or whether they're road rage or muggings or rapes or burglaries, these are things that we just can't predict, and therefore they're very frightening.
In the 2 days after the Boston Marathon bombing, Reuters Ipsos polled a sampling of Americans on what they believe to be the biggest threat to their safety. Random acts of violence here at home topped the list with 56% of respondents, 32% most feared foreign terror attacks, and domestic or homegrown terrorism was third at just 13%. The savagery and unpredictability of the Sandy Hook Elementary massacre may represent our worst fear, though such events are mercifully rare.
Most of the time, bad things don't happen. We start to exaggerate in our minds the fears, and one of the reasons is because of our exposure to it.
The 24-hour news cycle does serve to stoke the anxiety, which is why the doctor prescribes moderation in news consumption.
Find a reliable source and get your news from that source once a day, and then move on with the rest of your life. Don't dwell on it all the time.
Well, the poll found overwhelming support for our leaders' response to the recent violence from the president on down, but more than half the respondents fear that terror incidents like the Boston bombing will result in an infringement of their rights as American citizens.